Here we are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to...
First up, we have Valkyrie from Spain, and they hold the SCI Continental title, coming off a knockout victory in their last fight. It's George, St. George Groves from the United Kingdom, coming off a TKO win.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
And now for the official introductions.
This bout is...
Not too many seats to be had in this. And there's the bell for round one. Good looking right hook, but that was blocked. Oh, and he caught him there with a right hook. This is a historical moment. Not many boxers get to 50 fights. An absolute warrior. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Right hook is finding its target. Beautiful counter shot. They exchanged punches. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The right hook just missed. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
There's the bell for round two. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This boxer is a real hook specialist. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. You'd like to see more jabs. That hook was off target. Both men step back for just a moment. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter has a very good win-loss record and will be tough to beat. Nice exchange here from both men. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, they...
There's the bell for round 3. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Throws the jab, it doesn't score. It's all offense, all the time. They threw the hook, it didn't land. Done with that counter shot. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That hook doesn't score. Left hook doesn't find its target. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. And he wasn't ready. George Groves stumbling backwards. Oh, George Groves finally crumbles to the canvas. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
That's lights out right there.
So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
You've been put...
And there's the bell to start round 4. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Right hook catching air. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. That counter shot lands. Swing and a miss with that hook. And he scores with the counter. The straight right just misses. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Nice counter punch. And he caught George Groves big there. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Looking to land the hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Catch and shoot. How about that time counter shot? There's a counter shot. Holding nothing back here in the round. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. They both want the knockout. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Good bell.
On to the 6th round. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Punch, counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Nice counter shot. This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. Bombs away. That counter punch caught him clean. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Good counter punching. Covered up the head, but the body was exposed. Nice counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. A straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
Here we go. It's round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
is some of the best action I've seen in any round anywhere this year. Good counter punch. That hook scores. A perfect counter shot. Throws the jab but does not score. Perfect counter lands. Beautiful counter punch. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Left hook just missed. Got out of the way of that right hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. We're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you had...
And we enter the 8th round. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Miss with that jab. Stamina is off the charts. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice counter punch. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. We've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. How much do they have left in the tank? Whoa, wait a minute! George Groves, he's seeing stars. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Straight right just misses. That counter punch caught him clean. Beautiful counter shot. And Valkyrie just got dropped. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
It's a good start to the round for this guy.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
These two fighters are made for one another. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right.
And there's the bell for round 10. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Punch caught him clean. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That left hook misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. A perfect counter. Look at the swelling and the bruising. They're going to take a look, and they may stop this fight. So the referee is not going to stop it, and the fight continues. That counter shot lands. George Groves stumbling backwards. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.